Hello everyone, welcome back to Course Elevate. Today we are diving into something important that can make or break your chance in a PowerApp interview. We are covering the top 11 mistakes which candidates makes in PowerApps interview and more importantly, how you can avoid them. Whether you are a beginner or an experienced professional, these tips will help you stand out from the crowd. Let's jump right into it. The first mistake is ignoring the business problem your app is supposed to solve. PowerApp is not just about coding, it's about creating solutions that meet business needs. For example, if you have developed a sales tracking app, you should explain how it reduces manual data entry by 30%, allowing the sales team to focus more on closing deals. The solution: always link your app's feature to solve business problems. Second is ignoring data management and security. Data security and management are crucial aspects of any app, and overlooking them in an interview can significantly impact your chances. Be sure to highlight how you handle role-based access control and implement data loss prevention measures. For instance, managers might have access to comprehensive reports, while employees are restricted to viewing only their own data. Ensuring the right information is accessible to the right people. So tip is, discuss how you manage security and data permissions in PowerApps. The third is overcomplicating simple app designs. Many candidates overcomplicate their app designs, thinking it will impress the interviewer. But remember, simplicity is the key in PowerApps. Instead of using a complicated workflow, use a simple form with basic conditions that trigger an email notification once submitted. This keeps things efficient and easy to maintain. So as a tip, keep your app design simple and user-friendly. The next is ignoring the basics. Don't skip the basics. Interview will often start with fundamental questions to test your understandings. For example, there is a basic question: when to use model-driven app versus Canvas app. You should be clear when to choose between Canvas apps and model-driven apps. Canvas app is not always the correct answer. Model-driven apps give you so many out-of-the-box features which saves time. So tip is, master the basics of Power Apps before focusing on advanced features. The next is ignoring Power Automate integrations. So Power App is at its best when integrated with other Microsoft tools, especially Power Automate. Failing to mention how you automate workflows like sending notifications or updating records can be a major red flag in interview. For example, long-running background tasks can be handled by Power Automate. So as a tip, showcase how you have used Power Automate to extend your app's functionality. Next is using Power Automate when it's not needed. Power Automate is great, but it's not always necessary. Sometimes PowerFX can do the job more efficiently. For example, you need to run a stored procedure in SQL Server based on a button click in PowerApps. So many developers will use Power Automate to trigger the store procedure from PowerApps. But you can directly call store procedure using PowerFX. So this will avoid unnecessary creation of Power Automate and it will save time and complexity. As a tip, use Power Automate only when necessary. Leverage PowerFX for more simpler solutions. Next is underestimating the importance of user experience. So candidates sometimes focus too much on functionality but forget about the end user experience. If the app is not easy to use or visual appealing, it won't be adopted by a wider audience. So as a tip, focus on both UI and UX during app development. Next mistake is lack of familiarity with PowerApps connector. PowerApp connects too many different data sources via connectors, but many candidates don't fully understand how to use them. And most importantly, the scenario where out-of-the-box connector did not work, you created a custom connector to integrate with a third-party services. If you don't know how to create custom connector, check out my video. I'll provide the link in the description. So as a tip, know your PowerApps connector, both standard and premium, and also focus on creating the custom connectors. The next one is not leveraging the Power Platform ecosystem. The real power of PowerApps comes from its integration with the broader Power Platform. For example, you can use PowerApps for data entry, Power Automate to send notifications, and Power BI to generate visual reports. Show your interviewer how you leverage the full Power Platform ecosystem. Tip is emphasize how PowerApp integrates with the rest of the Power Platform. The next mistake is ignoring practical application. Many candidates tend to focus only on theoretical knowledge during interview. Employers, however, are looking for how well you can apply PowerApps in real-world scenarios. When answering technical questions, link your responses back to practical example where you have used PowerApps to solve real business challenges. So as a tip, provide real-world example of your PowerApps project. The next mistake is not staying up to date with PowerApp features. PowerApp is constantly evolving, so make sure you stay up to date with the new features like modern controls, Microsoft Copilot, and other stuff. You can also watch my free course on modern controls if you have not watched so far. So as a tip, stay current with PowerApps update and features. So as a bonus tip, master CI/CD pipeline for PowerApps deployment automation. To truly stand out and learn how to implement CI/CD pipeline for automating PowerApps deployment. So this not only streamlines the development process but also ensures smoother updates and maintenance. So avoid all these common PowerApp mistakes and you will be ahead of the competition. So if you found this video helpful, make sure you like, subscribe and check out my PowerApp course for more in-depth learning. You will find my PowerApp course link in the description. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.